Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So last episode, we got quite lucky about the caravan that stopped in. One YouTube comment mentioned that because Raptor is bloodlust, he would be able to wear some of their clothing. So before I throw it away, let's take a quick look. None of this appeals to me, nor does any of this, so no, I guess we won't be wearing any of their clothing. So that was a quick summary. We're also going to have to try to figure out exactly how we are going to build a throne room. And now that we're in colder season, as it is 9 Celsius out or otherwise 47 Fahrenheit, we're also going to need to turn on the heaters that we have all over the base. Alright, Raptor, you were, I guess you never finished, but you were in the process of healing our bone dog. I'm going to have you stop a second and bury these people. Bash is now on his feet. The issue with this, of course, is that he is going to be missing a lot of his clothing. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to set everybody to winter clothing so that everybody changes over to their parkas. And I might have to game it so that the good parkas are worn by people that need them. Like Gabe wearing the Gorilla one. Oh, an insulting spree. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay, so the lights are now on, and if the heaters are on, I can turn the lights off. I don't need all of them. There we go. And we'll start to power off the coolers and power on the heaters in here as well. I probably don't need all of them on just yet. In fact, well, the ones in the bedroom I'll turn on. I'll just turn them all on. I have a lot of components. Not that I want to waste components. And turning off more coolers. Alright, so taking a look. They are expressing, or rather, how to put this. I don't really have a lot of parkas. I think that's the way to put it. So, let's go ahead and make 3. I thought I had more than that, but maybe I didn't. So JD, I'm going to put you in charge of tailoring, and I'm also going to turn off the... Well, here's 1. So let's make 2 then. And let's flick the light. Alright, Gabe is on a major break, but that's just because he's in pain from his mechanites, and he's been insulted a whole bunch. So, I can't really say it's anything I can do about that. And we have a psychic ship. Alright, I think as you are all probably well aware, psychic ships are difficult to deal with. One of the issues with them is trying to get close enough to do damage to them without getting shot by all the pikemen and the like. Oh, and we have a social fight where Bash is downed. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Alright, let me rescue Bash. And tend to him with herbal meds. Just to try to hasten his recovery. My crabs probably are getting pretty hungry because Bash was their source of food. And I'm going to have JD continue to craft up parkas, even despite the fact that he is wounded, because the wounded means that his manipulation has dropped, which means that he crafts more slowly. But actually, he's about to have a mental break, so let's give him a second. That mental break that Bash had definitely made everyone mad, because then he ran around insulting everybody. In fact, Him and JD really don't get along anymore. Not at all. Okay. I'm also going to force Bash to wear the shield belt. Now, the shield belt might allow us to get close enough to activate or to anger these mechs, but really, I would say the problem with them is that they have a good mix of mechs, which means I can't shoot them very easily and I can't melee them very easily. So we'll have to be very careful. Okay, these crabs are definitely getting quite hungry. Turning on the heater. It's not quite at the temperature where we're going to need a heater in the kitchen, but I'll just turn it on for later. We also have an LMG. I particularly hate LMGs. They do spit out a whole lot of bullets, but they are dreadfully inefficient as far as weaponry goes. So I don't tend to use them much as a result. And we've got Gabe putting the components away. And silver away, and now our silver has definitely jumped. We also have this Garu out here, which we will be able to butcher for meat. Okay, so here's another gorilla parka. Gorilla parkas are more insulating and protecting than cloth ones. And that can go to Bash, I guess. Although I might actually want it on JD. We'll have to see. Okay, Bash is given the Garu a butcher. And I definitely want to research precision rifling. That's going to allow me to deal with the mech a little bit more easily. JD's hiding in his room. Yeah, we're having a whole bunch of mental breaks. Okay, so as far as the crabs go, it is just about cool enough to have the crabs eat on shelves outside, eat insect meat outside. So I'm going to have them do that. They have a pretty high hunger rate, so it's going to be very, very difficult to feed them well. So let's go move the... Oh, don't consume. Let's haul this fowl meat. And then the crab zone here... I'm going to allow them to go outside and eat off the shelves. And as you can see, they've pretty much consumed all of it very, very, very quickly. Cauterize is coming back for more. Okay, I'm taking a look at what my guys are doing. Lost Vagabonds. So, 4 desperate refugees are approaching. Odd that I have 4 empty bedrooms. Sure. I am so very tempted to have them... Well, you're probably a pacifist, right? To have them punch the ship as they walk by. Oh, no, you're not a pacifist. You just literally don't even have a weapon. So 2 pyromaniacs... Annoying voice. All of 3 pyromaniacs. Oh, God. Briggs, Thorgan, Fabian, and Fry. I don't want them. I don't know what else to say. I'll have them eat simple meals and no drugs. What I might end up doing is having them grab some of the weapons that I have at my available at my ready, like I don't know, plasteel knife, the LMG, the revolver, and have them go duke it out with me, but them leading the way. Have them go duke it out with the mechs. What are you doing, Gabe? So, one of the things I'm going to need to do, and I'm glad I caught Gabe in time, is all of these old zones, get rid of. And then Gabe should be set to stay close because he was about to walk into the mech cluster, which would, well, it would win. It would win very, very much so. So everybody is going to stay close. Fabian, you as well. I'm going to open up these bedrooms so that they can be used by my guests and heat them. And these guys will be useful for hauling for now. My guess is they freeze pretty quickly. Speaking of freezing, let's go ahead and prep the steam geyser as a solar flare protection. Man, these mental breaks, they've been bad. The other issue is hauling jade. The other issue is I might... Oh, darn, there was no point in having him do that. I might need to switch some more of my crops over to rice, given the new mouths to feed, unless, of course, I risk them in battle soon, which I probably will do. I don't like the idea of sacrificing refugees, but it's a sure bit nicer than sacrificing myself. And then all of them, there's really not a single one of them I would want to keep, right? So let's reanalyze. Briggs is a wimp, steadfast pyromaniac, meaning any damage and Briggs collapses. I also need to set them up to... Okay, there are no drugs. Good. So Briggs he's about as useless as a character gets. First sign of danger and they collapse into a ball. Thorgan, Night Owl, kind, pyromaniac. Pyromania is not something I particularly like. I actually really hate pyromaniac. And the reason being is certain traits like pyromaniacs can have mental breaks that weren't caused by bad mood. They just want to set things on fire. Same with Fabian being another pyromaniac. And then Fry being trigger happy and nimble, but with really no skills that are useful to us. Okay, there we go. Getting them all set up. So for now, all they're really doing is helping haul distant stuff. But it's soon going to be too cold for them to survive the trip. They'll be frozen, so they're about to lose their purpose, I suppose. I'm going to continue making this parka for Bash, and then once it's done, hopefully Bash... Here, let me... Bash, you bed rest. Hopefully Bash will be able to... What are you trying to grab around here? Why do they keep cowering? But hopefully Bash will be more healed up and ready to fight. Our precision rifling is now done. Let's go with... Jump packs sound fantastic. But let's go for, I would say, deep drilling. As much as I want uranium slug turrets, without a renewable source of uranium, that is not a long-term defensive solution. Fabian here has what, minor hypothermia? Okay, I'll let you haul some, but yeah, they're getting quite cold quite quickly. All right, so the stay close zone. How about you just steer clear of that, huh? I'll just paint it like this, so they don't get too close. Alright, so there's the parka, and this one's for probably JD. Yep, and then Bash will wear the other one. JD and Gabe, considering they're the miners and they are outside the base more often than not, they should be the ones that are given the best stuff. Raptor, I'm going to also have you butcher these skeletons for a minute. It's just so that we don't have corpses on our front lawn. And then my guests here are going to be set to clean rather than haul, because having them travel distances is kind of an issue. Kind of an issue. So we'll just have them clean up. Alright, Bash has been on pure bed rest, trying to heal up so that we can fight the mechs. Another thing I might want is double doors. Oh, we have a Manhunter pack of gorillas from the south. Okay. So, we have a Manhunter pack coming. Let me recall everybody in. Now, Manhunters are going to be flagged and tagged for our turrets. So, we don't need to anger them first, which is kind of nice. I would like to not have to use my turrets to save resources. But that seems to be a pipe dream. So let's turn these on. Ooh, that must be like a brainstem. Yep. Whole brainer injury. So we'll have the bolt action crew head south. Thankfully, this one did not stay. Okay, great. Great. So we have a male, another male. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rescue these guys so that I can ensure their successful butchering. And then potentially even tame the non-brain injured one. So that we can have a source of wool. Because the gorillas here are woolly creatures that produce wool much the way that like a muffalo would. So, you, my friend, are going to be given no meds. And we are going to tend to you. And the same with the other one. It's also, Gabe, you're not the one that needs this experience. JD, we'll have you come out here. Okay, so the first one here, I am going to go... I want to have them use the beds, the nicer beds. So the crabs temporarily are going to be evicted out of their beds, just so that I can have a better surgery success chance. So we'll have them go to Area 1. And then, who's my best doc? We'll have Raptor do the operation. So the operation is going to be to cure Scoria. Curing Scoria requires 3 medicine. And the reason for this is so that when a Scoria animal dies, there's a very, very high chance that they rot, and I'd like to limit the rotting of, you know, so that we can actually yield meat and all that. The Psychic Droner, just intensified. Noted. Okay. So, I'm going to rescue these guys and put them into the beds. And then this operation, let's operate now. Scoria requires actual industrial meds, but that's something I feel like I can chemically make, and I'd rather have the meat. Alright, surgery failed. That is a bit of a bummer. So, what was the chance of the fail here? 9 98% success chance. And then the room is dirty. You know, I could also do this. Let's toss these beds over here. Raptor, how sleepy are you? You're very sleepy. Okay. Well, sorry, Raptor. This is time sensitive. So one of the reasons it's time sensitive is scurry animals will get up and become hostile again if left not cured of scurria. And then the crabs here can go back to their regular scheduled program. So now we are in a clean room, a well-lit environment, and we successfully cured it. So this gorilla here is now going to be executed. I know, odd that I went to all the work of curing it, and now I'm just going to execute it. But it's so that we definitely get meat from it. And then Raptor is going to operate on the other one. And to note, medicine, I'm definitely going to want to get a drug bench out soon to produce my own medicine. So this is one that I would like to tame. The other one I purposely killed off, but this one I want to tame because it doesn't have like brain injuries or any of that. Okay, so we have cured it. Raptor's going to be asleep for like a long time because he was just overworked. On this shelf, I'm going to move this shelf now. I'm going to move it here. The crabs zone is not going to include that area anymore. And then this shelf here is going to be for rice. It needs to be important. Oh, perfect. All right, so now the crabs can eat rice as a source of nutrients. All right, Gabe and JD, doesn't look like you currently have tasks. But we do have a increasing psychic droner out. Raptor, I'm going to leave you behind. Now what I want to do is I would like to damage the psychic droner to the point where the mechs attack me at my base, where I can actually be a bit defended. The other worry is it's like 0 degrees, and I don't think my guests are going to survive very long in this cold. It's just really cold. The worry here is that let's go out here. The worry is that, of course, the pikemen could definitely take shots on me, so I'm going to purposely have Bash closer to the mech cluster than my other shooters, so that my other shooters are protected, so to speak. And then my other brawlers here, I don't really even know why they came out, but they did. All right, so they've woken up. And now what I could do is I could try to kill the Scythers, because I've led them away, right? Here, actually, you guys could just go inside. Go inside this way. And we'll continue to just try to clear out these mechs as safely and efficiently as we are able. Right, Fabian's major break. Yeah, this Scyther's dead. Fabian, who's got the... Oh, okay, you got the parka? Haul that Scyther. Now, this would have been better to wait for when Bash is healthy so he can move around a little faster. Because I'm basically playing chicken with very dangerous enemies. But I also don't want a Psychic Droner droning on and on and on. Okay, Fry, don't do that anymore. Stay inside. Okay, here comes the Scyther. Good. And it's dead. Very, very quick. Alright, so let's go haul these guys back to the base. And then we'll come out again in a bit. I'm going to have them haul just past the door here. Bashir is waiting to sort of protect. All right, there we go. There's one. There's two. All right, so assign. Stay close. Let's get behind the slag. Whoa, that is some good shooting. All right, let's go for the Lancer. They're more dangerous. Good shot. And Bashir is just standing here to absorb potential shots because he's got a shield belt and he won't get killed quite like the others. Wow, this Lancer is totally being decimated. My shooters are fantastic. All right, I do need to get a little bit closer to the last two. What is my chance to hit them? 45% chance and 47% chance. That's pretty good that we annihilated them in the way we did. There goes the second to last one. Oh, this is so much easier than I thought it would be. And whoa, reactor destruction. So, all right, let's get our mood back to normal. I guess we're treating these refugees nicely then, because they definitely no longer needed to help me with this cluster. And as far as stay close goes, we're going to allow the stay close zone to include this area now. That was ridiculously easy. And that gives us an advanced component, regular components, plasteel, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Well, that's quite nice. All right, let's go ahead and get the machining table on, because there's going to be a lot of mechanoids that need some machining. Oh, and you know what? I just realized my drug benches. So what's going on here is, I think this Gorillo... Alright, the Gorillo has not yet consumed my drugs, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare for it and move this stuff outside. I think I'm out of tea, though. Alright, so the stay close zone, I'm going to shrink considerably. And the reason being is I don't want my guys going too far from the base anymore because it's getting colder. And instead of painting two zones, I will just have one zone that restricts sort of everybody. So there we go. That should keep them from wandering out too far and to get themselves into hot water. Another project I would like to work on is for Gabe to start with art. We have a lot of steel, so it makes sense to have him turn the steel into art for sale and all that. And then Bash, I'm going to have you wake up and you are going to bed rest low priority so that you can tame this gorilla. So Gorillo's diet here is also vegetables, which is fortunate. All right, tame, fail, chance. Didn't work out, but hey, he's fully healed now, so that's good too. What is your needs? All right, I'm gonna force him to butcher these gorillas. They're not gonna spoil, but I don't want the crabs eating parts of them or anything like that. And then we have critical hypothermia. You already have a wooden foot. Yeah, some of this is just we're allowing our refugees to travel a bit too far. So one obvious solution is to just tell them to stay inside, except for Fry. So I'm going to tell everybody but Fry to stay inside. Fry can go out because Fry is more insulated than the rest of them. The rest of them are, you know, freeze very, very fast. All right, Gorillo. So Gabe's already working on the art. I haven't made any progress towards the throne room. It's sort of not the right temperature to do so now, unfortunately. But let's try to lay this out. So we want an 80 tile throne room, right? So that would be like... So here's the issue. That's a pretty big space investment. That's like 8 by 10, like this. Because that's the maximum that a throne room size could be asked to become. So what I want to do is I want to sort of work out this area here. So that we are sort of maximizing the room here. So what do we have 12 by 5. 12 by 6. So that's 72 plus... Alright, so if this was this, plus 8, there's no way to make that symmetrical. Oh no, it could be symmetrical. So this could be my throne room. Right here, this shape here. It would also mean that I would need to move these air conditioners. So I'm going to do just that. This shape is going to be my throne room. And then I'm going to have 3 doors and a vent. So I'm trying to think of what will be the least ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something along these lines. Yeah. So this is 6 by 12, which is 72 plus 8. That'll work. That will work. And I'll have to significantly change up this area to be a... Let's put a door here. And then once we add this, just a bunch of vents. So that's a good project. All right. I'm going to have my refugees help out with this. So very close. I didn't want to have to paint this zone, but I do want their help. So this is the newly stay very close zone. And we'll allow our refugees to help out with this. Another thing that I could consider is having the inside of this be a stone Or jade, perhaps. Oh, maybe even jade. Well... yeah. And then the outside could be stone. So let's just lay out the jade part first. So let me cancel all these walls just to make sure they are jade. And JD is already constructing. I'm going to forbid this wall just so we can haul the rest out. Alright, the animals sort of went... The gorilla, rather, went revenging on me. I'm going to have... oh, it's already down. Good. Oh, it's dead. Well, alright, we tried. That's all that matters. Attempt was made. It did not work, but an attempt was made. Alright, before it gets super, super cold, I'd also like to break down this back wall here and replace that with jade, and break this here as well and replace this with jade. And then all of this, of course, as well. Alright, so Bash, sorry that you got, well, bashed. But hey, an attempt was made and it didn't pan out, but it was fine. So now that we're making these air conditioners, I will power them off, I'll flick them off for now, because we don't want them on. But let's go ahead and run power around the jade facility, like this. And this will be quite the room, I think, once it's done. My concern, I suppose, is does it have enough air conditioning? It might not. That's something that we're going to have to figure out. Alright, so now that it's walled up, I'm going to break a way to get in there. And set it up to be roofed up entirely. And that's going to be a source of heat leak until it's fixed. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Then let's go get a tougher stone to fully envelop the perimeter here, even with a granite door. So, Bash and JD, I'm going to have you construct as a priority. Bash is fully healed. That's good. Wow, I have a lot of meat. I have way more meat than I thought I'd ever have. And then I have a pretty good amount of gorilla leather right now, too. We'll have some Psychite tea. And then another thing is I'm going to need to put heaters in here. Don't know exactly how many. We'll start with 4. These refugees have definitely been helping. And I think we've been making art. Yes, we have been making art. So for now, I'll have the art installed in my workshop. But eventually it's going to be able to be placed somewhere nicer. in the throne room. All right, let's build the inside corners first. Okay, there we go. Deep drilling is researched. I'm going to work towards ground penetrating radar because I think protection is paramount, and then I'll get like medicine production and that kind of thing. I'm also not going to be running my power through here. I'll be running my power through here. Okay, we have a lot of things that need to get broken down. So here's the chimney for the coolers in the summer. And then we are going to have vents here. And this door can remain open. All right. That is a significant little construction there, I'd say. Now, what makes this a throne room is going to be gold. But obviously, I don't have gold right now, so we'll start off with just a steel throne. And we'll work our way up. Bash, this is on you. Quest expires. Okay, so we currently are making the throne room for his ceremony, but it is taking a minute. For the simple meals, I'm going to shrink the ingredient radius so we don't tap into the crab's rice. Fully aware that there's going to be some long-term issues from that. So, Raptor, there you go. Now, we need it all floored and braziers. Now, braziers are going to be a big issue because braziers require wood. And then the all floors, for now, I'm just going to have it be like concrete. Eventually, I'll have it be nicer, but for now, basic steel flooring is what I'm doing. Alright, so now the braziers. And this was from all of those trees that I was cutting down all over the place. And quest. I have to clear the map tile of the Pastor faction's enemies. I.e., these guys need go boom boom. Well, that there is a little bit of a problem. I don't have mortars, so that is a little trickier to do. Definitely a little trickier. Another thing I could start to work on is better flooring for this. So this room here is very impressive. What I'm going to do is install these seats in here and treat it like my dining room. And then let's get potted plants in here. We're going to make this this here throne room the nice one. The nice area. So extremely impressive. He's sort of the direction I'm hoping to take this. It's close, not quite there. Some of that is just because of the floor quality. And then for eyeballs' sake, I'm going to remove this marble wall and replace it with jade because I know how ugly that looks right now. Just being it contiguous jade, except for this one sliver. I get it. I get it. Let's see. We also have some more statues. to install. I'm going to put the orbital trade beacon in the corner here where I can remember where it is every time easily. I think this, yeah, so this structure is no longer, it's no longer even needed for quest purposes. Now we'll have a somewhat impressive, or actually it should be extremely impressive, or yeah, extremely impressive dining room. So that is on the up and up. And it's pretty beautiful too, where we walk in as well. Well guys, that is all the time I have for this episode. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. I am very eager to clear the map of mech clusters and allow Raptor to ascend the royal titles. If you would like to chat about this, Discord might be the place for you. Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord. And in joining Discord, you'll have access to things like game giveaways and announcements. And me. You can always message me. I'll catch you all next episode. Farewell, everybody.